Have you ever dreamed that your money could work for you even while you sleep? Not chasing every dollar, not drowning in bills, but waking up knowing your future is quietly growing. That dream is not a fantasy, it's a choice. And tonight, I want to tell you a story about Michael, an ordinary man who discovered 7 timeless lessons that turned his paycheck into a future of freedom. Michael wasn't born rich, he wasn't lucky. He lived in a small town in Ohio. Every morning, he woke before sunrise. He drove his old pickup truck to a warehouse job. The pay was steady, but never enough. And yet, deep inside, Michael carried a vision. He didn't want to spend his life trading hours for dollars. He wanted freedom. So he asked himself one question: what if my money could earn more money? That question changed everything. Lesson 1, save first, avoid debt. Michael's first step wasn't glamorous. It wasn't about stocks or business ideas. It was about discipline. Every paycheck, he saved a small portion, and he made a vow: no loans, no credit card debt for risky investments, because freedom cannot grow in the shadow of debt. Lesson 2, resist luxury. One day, Michael's friend bought the latest phone. Another showed off a shiny new car, and Michael felt temptation. But he asked himself, do I really need this, or am I buying it to impress people who don't care? He chose differently. He chose patience because he knew luxuries lose value, but discipline multiplies it. Lesson 3, seek opportunities for passive income. Michael opened his old laptop every night. Instead of watching shows, he searched, he studied, he asked, what opportunities are out there? He began small, renting out tools he rarely used, selling simple digital designs online, exploring ideas that matched his skills and passions. Passive income, he realized, isn't magic, it's creativity plus consistency. Lesson 4, start small, start now. The hardest part is starting. Fear whispers, you're not ready, wait. But Michael chose courage. He invested a small amount, not thousands, just enough to learn without drowning in risk. Every mistake became a teacher. Every small win became fuel. Lesson 5, reinvest and grow. The profits were small at first, just a few dollars, a modest return. But instead of spending it, Michael reinvested, and over time, those tiny streams grew stronger. A trickle became a river, and the river began to flow without him. Lesson 6, diversify. Reward yourself wisely. Michael didn't stop at one stream. He built a second, then a third, not rushing, but layering stability one step at a time. And when the money finally gave him room to breathe, he celebrated, not recklessly, but responsibly. He allowed himself small joys while reinvesting the rest, because joy is part of the journey. Lesson 7, patience, persistence, learning. Years passed, not weeks, not months, years. There were setbacks, there were nights of doubt, but Michael held on. He kept learning, reading, adapting, because passive income is not a sprint, it's a lifelong marathon. And one morning, Michael woke up and realized something powerful. He no longer worked for money. His money worked for him. Michael's story is not about luck, not about genius, but about 7 simple choices practiced with patience. Save first, avoid debt, resist luxury, seek opportunities, start small, reinvest and diversify, and above all, be patient, be persistent, keep learning. So let me ask you, what choice will you make tonight? Will you keep trading hours for dollars, or will you begin building the streams that carry you to freedom? The journey begins small, but freedom begins the moment you take your first step. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs hope. Subscribe for more stories that light your path, and reflect tonight, what is the first step I can take toward my freedom?